Okay, cool. And we'll start from here. So nice to meet you guys here. This is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to another ETHDenver 2022 in-person hackathon project demo session. This is very glad and exciting to be here to host you guys tonight, or this morning. This is the first time actually DoraHacks to support ETHDenver team in-person hackathon. And in the end of the hackathon, we have 171 wonderful project submissions, and they all did a really great job. And more, we have seen that there are 30 teams that emerged from all of them, and to be at the finalist teams. And actually today we are very happy to have 3 of them with us. They are Proof of Meditation, Kiyomi, and Supercool team. So without further ado, let's welcome the first project who is the Proof of Meditation to start. And remember, for all the audience, if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to ask in the YouTube chat room, and we will ask the team for you guys. Yeah, feel free to start when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Lena from Proof of Meditation. I will share my screen now. 1 second. Okay, that works. I will start with our presentation. Yes, I'm from Proof of Meditation. My other 2 teammates, Yip and Rose, cannot be here today. But yeah, I represent this team today. We were born in ETHDenver in February 22, and our idea is an e-health app that should incentivize people to meditate. And if my teammate would be here, we would do a small meditation. I hope you are fine without that today. So what are we doing, or what is the main idea of this app? With this app, we want to support one of the third goal of the Advanced United Nations, and this is good health and well-being. We focus on mental health basically with this app, and not only because we think mental health is super important, but there's also a huge market that we can serve to, and that's a market with $5 billion dollars market size, and also a 20% annual compound growth rate. So, as I said before, we believe in mental health and improving that, and for us, mental health is mental wealth. So, what is the idea? We want to create for everybody who who meditates. We are using Fitbit data, they would wear a Fitbit and give us access to that. And then based on this data, you will, for every meditation session, you will get your own unique NFT, which is based on your heart rate data. So that would be a 24 times 24 unique NFT, and each pixel represents a time segment. And as you can see in this example, we expect your heart rate data to go down, and this color scheme is based on heart rate zones. And if you're super high with your heart rate, it's going to be more in the warmer color area, and as soon as you go down, it's getting more cold. And you basically can watch with the list of NFTs that you will get. If you meditate more often, you can see your progress of the meditation for yourself and your heart rate data in a visual representation, because we believe that really helps people to understand better than just having some numbers that go up and down. So I will just show you the app for a second. So after you were signed up here with your Fitbit data, you then can just start meditating. And so you would press the start button, and then just meditate as long as possible. We have a minimum of 5 minutes, which is like now for like the presentation just not existing. But so now we press stop and then mint, and then you can see we just minted your NFT based on your heart rate data. With this, we want to emphasize we will not evaluate your heart rate data and be like, you didn't meditate well enough, it didn't really go down. So like every time you send us your data from your eHealth device, you will get an NFT. So then you can see your progress, and here you can have like your list of NFTs that you can just like check out and see. You can of course like meditate more than once a day, but the business model would be, I'm gonna come to this in a second. Like the business model is every month we start a new cohort and people can sign up, and it's a 21-day meditation challenge. You will deposit the participation fee upfront, like $100, for example, and for every no-show, or like for every day you don't participate, some of this deposit will be slashed, and then this will go to prize fund, and at the end, people who didn't skip any day will get all their money back plus a prize. And yes, and what we want to reach with this business model, meditate to earn, is actually, we believe inner work is valuable work, and we think people should be paid for that as if they would be like program something, right? We believe people, like if they are working on themselves and their inner well-being, they all this is work you're actually doing. This is work for yourself, but also for the company and for society. So you should be paid for this, right? So that's what we want to reach with this model. And what we also believe is this could be used as, like in Web3, we think, especially with DAOs, there's still a very toxic environment of people working too much, not getting paid too much, as we are still developing, and we're just like learning as we go. And we hope this tool can help people to actually like focus on working on themselves, and that this could be maybe used for governors or people in general who contribute. And you can say, like, if you meditate every day, your voting power, like your governance power, will be stronger. We don't want to like penalize anyone who doesn't do it, so it should just be an extra of like somebody who takes care could be a better leader than maybe somebody who's not doing that, right? Our roadmap so far would be in the next months. First of all, we need to develop the MVP. Then we will start putting all of this in a DAO, as we will need a validator network, which would also work on like a peer-to-peer validation. And because this data that we will get, the Fitbit data is centralized, and we kind of need some form of validation that this is not just some data input in between. So yes, and we hope we can go live by summer 22. This is strong goals, but we believe with the right funding we can reach this. Yeah, and this is our Twitter. Please follow us for any updates. And we also have this link tree with all the information you could wish for. We have a case study already that was done on Giveth for like this whole meditation concept. And yes, please check it out. And that's it.
Got it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop sharing. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the presentation. It seems like you guys are trying to build a Web3 com. Yeah, and I believe this is actually definitely one of the important way for especially modern human to like get some rest and peace outside of from the work, from the internet stuff. So yeah, definitely interesting topic, and would love to see about would love to see in the future how you guys establish the whole project, and looking forward to see you guys product in the summer 2022.
Thank you so much.
For sure. Yeah. Won't keep you too long here. I know it's pretty early for you. Yeah. And thanks again for the presentation. We're gonna move to the next project, which is the Supercool.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for attending the streaming. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, Supercool team. 4 team members are all here. Feel free to start when you're ready.
Take it away, Bruno.
I'll do it. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, yes. Yeah. No, I do.
Awesome. So this is Supercool, an on-chain universe imagined and built by you. By the way, all these drawings here have been built by you on the last few weeks. So let's start. So what is Supercool? So Supercool is a protocol and no-code engine for people to create the NFTs that inhabit user-generated worlds, and for game developers to interoperate those assets and creations across Web3 games. So we're trying to solve 2 main problems. One is that it's really hard for people to create NFTs and participate in building community-owned digital worlds today. They either have to have high technical or artistic skills. And the second problem is the big interoperability problem. So I like to illustrate that with the following scenario, which is, imagine you had a car, but you could only drive in your neighborhood, right? And you couldn't go into different cities or different neighborhoods. That's kind of how the game status today, the game asset status today is, your assets live in an island. And so we want to solve that. So there are 3 parts to the Supercool solution. There's the interoperability protocol, the creation engine, and the community engagement tool. So let's dive into each of them. So let's start off with the interoperability protocol and creation engine. So how does it work? So from heroes and monsters and to weapons and places, digital worlds are built from a bunch of stuff that combine to form immersive and fun experiences. Supercool provides the toolkit for users to build interoperable and composable digital stuff. So stuff, which is this interoperable NFT, is what we're calling it, is combined with is composed of 2 things, of 2 other NFTs. One is a user-drawn pixel art stored on chain, and the other is a set of traits, which are calling trait bags, which will determine the mechanics of your stuff in different digital worlds, right? So some traits can be born a spacer, sharp-eyed, honor-bound to avenge brother, proud member of the company of wizard dinosaurs, right? These are kind of example of traits which will define the mechanics of how your stuff behaves. So here's kind of the illustration, right? So you have the trait bag, the pixel art, and then those combine to form stuff. And that you can take to different digital worlds and games. So stuff, in the end of the day, is really the digital DNA that is able to spread to unlimited virtual worlds and games. Here's how it works. You select a category, so it can be warrior, mage, hunter, demon, dragon. Then you select the traits for that category that describe your creation. Then you draw your creation, you give it a name and a lore, and then you mint it and take it across wherever your adventures take you. So the stuff factory is composed of two parts, right? You have the drawing engine, which is live right now on Polygon, and people have been drawing a bunch of pixel art. And then you have the trait engine, which is beta live on testnet right now. So let me show you actually how it works. So first, you come to the app, you select a category. So let's create a hero, and let's add some traits to this hero. There were a few already here from kind of practice. Honor-bound to avenge my brother. Let's add that. Background. Let's add an extra background here. Has a love affair with the spider goddess. Okay, great. So this is the trait bag. And after I mint it, I'm not going to mint it right now for the interest of time. But after minted, you can actually see it on OpenSea. So here are a few trait bags. And with your trait bag, you can then attach it to your drawing. So let's actually create a drawing for this hero. Let's create a drawing here. There's already a kind of a Buffycorn here, but let's actually add the Buffycorn again and give it some different style. But the Buffycorn will be our hero here. Oh my God, I can't draw. Let's see. All right, maybe add some lipstick. I don't know. This can be our hero. And after I'm done with my drawing, I can give it a name, Buffy, and I can mint it, right? And I'm not going to mint it right now. This is live. But once you mint it, you can see it on OpenSea. These are some things that people have been minting. They're just some drawings. This is all live. This is all on chain. You can also see it on OpenSea if you want. But let's get back to the presentation now. So let's get into community engagement tool, which is kind of what we built for the in-person hackathon. So the Supercool engagement tool is a tokenized social engagement engine that connects to Supercool's on-chain NFT drawing tool to create a gamified user-generated NFT creation experience. So here's how it works. After you draw in the Supercool platform, you can mint it and then you can share it on Twitter. The Supercool engagement engine extracts the engagement from that tweet. So it can be comments, retweets, likes, and then rewards you your drawing with the Supercool social token, or SST, proportional to how much engagement you got on that tweet. And then we extract that information and populate a leaderboard so that you can kind of gamify the whole experience. So in that way, with the Supercool engagement engine, any NFT project can gamify social media engagement and strengthen their community in a fun way. So let me show you the leaderboard right now. This is live. This is things that people have been creating right now. The number of SSTs is also live, and you can see kind of like the top winners here. The star has 31 retweets, 8 likes. The subduck, 8 comments, 21 retweets, 41 likes. So you can go on and on and on, and people, and we actually we launched a Buffycorn drawing contest in the in-person hackathon, and people have been creating Buffycorns as well as part of the drawing contest. So this is one Buffycorn right here. Let's see. Oh, there's another one here, and the list goes on and on. So let me continue the presentation. Okay, so what's the differentiation? So we want to position ourselves in the intersection between user-generated content and interoperability. It's kind of like the digital interoperable Lego, right, or Web3 Lego. We're growing very fast. So far, we've issued over 4,000 SSD tokens to these drawings that I just showed you, and there have been over 650 drawings using our Supercool, the Supercool platform, right, and drawings that I showed you. So kind of major progress to date in the in-person hackathon. So we launched the pixel editor in early February. ETHDenver hackathon started. Then we launched the Supercool tokenized engagement engine. We launched the mint pass mechanism for the drawing contest. We launched the Buffycorn drawing contest, which is live right now, and people can participate. To participate, just join our Discord, and you see all the kind of information there. Then we were one of the winners of the ETHDenver hackathon, in-person hackathon. And then major progress to date since the in-person hackathon has been kind of automating the whole minting pass issuance, automating the SSD issuance. We surpassed 420 drawings in just a few weeks. We're chatting with Laura First, Web3 Games for partnerships, and we've just launched the trade bag factory system on testnet today. Here's a little bit of some links that you might check out to know a little bit more about Supercool. In terms of roadmap, we're finishing up the trade system, and we'll work on the mechanism to combine trade bag and drawings, so people can start creating specific characters, demons, dragons inside digital worlds. Then we're going to start integrating with games. So we're working on integrating with Supercool games into the Supercool platform. And then we're going to start creating the tooling for game integration. So for example, like standardized sprite sheet at different pixel resolutions that players that can be played in 2D games, right? So that's kind of an example of this tooling for game integration. So how does Supercool benefit the Web3 ecosystem? So we can decrease the barrier of NFT creation and user-generated content in games. We can unlock the synergies across digital worlds and games in Web3 if these NFTs are interoperable. And then we can provide a tool for Web3 projects, any Web3 projects, to engage and build their communities, right? Kind of like the gamified drawing contest that we did, that was a case study with ETHDenver. A little bit about the team. I'll post this slide deck afterwards, but basically some background in computational physics, machine learning, software engineering, and kind of shipping products. So we're very techy. And that's it. Thank you so much. I'll show a few more of like the drawings that people have been drawing. A bunch of Buffycorns, some monkeys.
Yeah, if you saw, there was a robot that scripted up minting a bunch of Buffycorns. I don't know who it was.
But yeah. Well, thank you so much.
So they add me back. So nice to glad to hear you guys have achieved so many milestones after the ETHDenver team, after ETHDenver hackathon, and just want to guys know that there's also another virtual ETHDenver hackathon going on right now. Five days left. It is so for in-person one is more like for the community who go to the in-person, but for the virtual one it's more like open to the global community. So feel free to apply for the virtual one, so you guys could potentially get more exposure and more traffic from the virtual hackathon. And definitely like what you guys are trying to do right now, and Dylan has told me that you guys ultimately gonna build not only focus on the pixely image, but more open to all type of the image. And yeah, and I'm actually very looking forward to see that part. And also, I have Buffy coin on my hand, and that the price got racked. But yeah, I guess you guys provide a great place for me to use my Buffy coin. Yeah. And thanks for the presentation. Thanks for the team that all of you guys show up here. Just want to show our love to you guys, and thank you guys very much for the support.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I guess we're gonna move to